Hello and welcome back to the Space Mountain time-lapse. This time around with the interior design of the Space Mountain. And to be honest, I cut out a lot of footage from the video here before because I was failing a lot of things with the station. So I decided just to go on with the interior design, and so this will be the second last episode of the Space Mountain project in general, which I think is okay because there are at this time 6 episodes and one more to follow, so 7 episodes just for one building should be enough, I guess. So yeah, here you can see what I did with the interior design of the Space Mountain. Um, Obviously, it is not the original track layout. It was never intended to be the original layout because there are so many things missing at this point. So there is no possibility to have the right color of the track. There's no possibility to have a sideways loop. Well, there is, but at this point in time, I didn't know how to do it properly. So yeah, this is just a very fictive and own layout of the track, which I did in one of the first episodes, and now I'm going to design the interior a little bit like I wanted to have it with my tastes. Yeah, as you might have seen there, I put down some pathways in the dome, just to have it like in the real world, where you have some support ways where people or the mechanics can go if there's something not working properly. So I thought it might be good to have some kind of pathways in the dome where people might go and check if everything is alright. Yeah, then going on here with the first custom building around the track. It should all be a little bit like modern look, but also a little bit like you're going through a tiny tunnel, which is highlighted by some light spots, and that's all. It's nothing from the real world I stick to. It's just made by my own ideas I had at this moment, to make it a little bit more customized here in the dome, because without anything else around it, it's kind of boring. So I tried different types of these designs for custom buildings around the track, and yeah, they work quite good. But yeah, as I said, it's nothing which you can see in the real world. It's just something to make this one here appeal a little bit more here. Obviously, I changed the bottom part of this dome. For those who still continue the video, they might have noticed that there are now concrete parts on the bottom floor and not the bluish iron parts that I have had before. I changed them, but honestly, this is so damn boring to watch me 20 minutes replacing all blue parts with concrete parts. So I thought there shouldn't be anybody out there who wants to see me putting down concrete roof parts on the bottom. That's kind of boring. So yeah, I cut it out, and nothing too special. Yeah, here's another building part which I'm going to do. Just as I said, to make to have a little bit more around the coaster. Again, placing all these stone bars here, which is really my favorite part of the game. These stone bar parts, because you can rotate them in every angle you want. You can put them in every angle you want. So you can literally do everything you want with this part. So yeah, that's why I'm using them for literally everything. Yeah. So you're trying something around here with the light parts, because I was too lazy putting down the single light. I took here these multiple light bar, I guess it is, and just trying around here with some skulls to make them appear like a meteoroid, but it doesn't work out, so I just left it there as it is. Here these coaster part signs, I guess these should be signs, but I used them like kind of a fence in front of it, which works out quite good, but I wasn't too happy with the end result, so I changed it in many different ways now. As you can see again here, I got some problems with the pathway because I want the supports and the pillars of the path not to go into the coaster, and yeah, this is why I just put down some pathways below the concrete bottom floors, just to make the the pillars of the pathway go away. So yeah. So here, continuing with another a building part which should go alongside the track, just trying around with different styles, different modern looking styles here. This could be something, for example, like in a spaceship or something like this, with these iron rounded pillars here and the fences and so on. Just giving it a little bit more modern look inside the dome. Yeah. So again, messing around with all these parts here and these iron fences to make to have a roof, kind of a fenced roof, for example. Don't know the English word for it. To make it look like it is kind of, yeah, just a metal part built. So here, yes, I just made it with an open bottom part, because then you can put it around the coaster where you want, and afterwards I just just put some other pillar parts down below. And here you can see, I don't know what it was, but I couldn't place them all in the same height. It was kind of a strange bug in the game where I couldn't place them all in the same height, so I just managed to get them together afterwards, like one step ahead from the other, to make it go through it without any problems. But sometimes in the game I got the problem that when placing the parts down, like I do it here, they don't stick together because one part isn't at the same height as the other. I haven't figured out what it is. I tried to just fix them on the bottom part again and again, but somehow and sometimes it absolutely doesn't work. So yeah, don't know what it is. Maybe if someone knows about this, you can comment it down below. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know what it is, but maybe in the future build in Alpha 2, this problem won't occur any longer. So yeah, here going on with some stone elements, which in the end should be something like these meteoroids. You can see in the real Space Mountain, and when you go through the coaster, these are the only parts which are highlighted in the whole dark ride. So I tried to just cover up all the parts here with stone elements to make it look like a meteoroid field or something like this, and just to give it an overall, yeah, more like space rock look. And all the small light parts I'm going to put down here on all the rocks should give them like a texture wise, yeah, like a texture with lights. So yeah, and since this should be a real coaster and the stones can't fly in the air, I just put down some wooden pillars here to make it look like the real Space Mountain, because this is really, they are made of paper, I guess, and then put also on a wooden pillar in the air. So this should be here like really how a real world coaster is built. So yeah, that was it for the interior part here, and now we are going to start off with the new station, because as I've said in one of the first episodes, I wasn't too happy with my first attempt of the station. So I made some I just tried around a little bit without recording, and then I come up with a solution that I'm going to start here with a second coaster on the other side to make it look like really the real station, which is also having two parts on the left and on the right, and once you start on the left you will arrive on the right side, and so on. At this point here, the game isn't ready to do that from scratch, so I tried different things here to put them together. In the end it didn't work out so well, but I kind of faked it. I don't know why I couldn't, just like if you see it here, why I couldn't put the second coaster in the first one, because I didn't manage to go down to this level as the original coaster is. The game simply simply doesn't allow it. So yeah, after trying for like 20 minutes, I just stopped there and put the coaster inside a small room where you can't see it any longer, and then this was the solution. Like, it is faked. Yeah, as you can see here now, I just gave up and tried it in a different way. So obviously, the biggest challenge here was to put down the second coaster in a way that you can't see it from all the other angles here. And because I just noticed that I put the first attempt on a different height, I just yeah I just tried a second time if it would now work out to put the coasters together, but it simply doesn't work out. So yeah, another problem, of course, then was that the pathway down there is going through the pillar work of the coaster, which I do hate, and I do think that if you're going to build something here in Planet Coaster and you want to look at like the real world, you should really have an eye on it if there is nothing going through the pathways. And because there is a possibility from game side, you can do it. You can put everything through the pathways, and people then would go just through a wall, for example. Sometimes you might do it because you want to have, yeah, just like um, a better overall style of the station, for example, and then you do say, okay, just let it go through the pathway. It doesn't matter at all because you don't see it. But to be honest, I really want to follow all the people through a building, and like in the real world, they won't have problems going through a wall. So maybe, which would also be an absolutely great feature for the future build, maybe they can achieve in some way that the people do know and do recognize if there is custom scenery, and then just walk around it. For example, if you put down like a table or a bench on the pathway, they will know that there is a bench and then there is a table, and they won't go through it, or they actually will use it as a bench or as a table. So this would be great if you go there and put some pillars on the pathway, that the people do know that there is a pillar and won't walk through it. I don't know if it is possible to just have an AI that is so intelligent that this will work out. But yeah, it would be a great addition to the game. Here again, I'm going to put down some elements like a door and a cooling system, again to make it a little bit like in the real world, because in real world you always have some doors for the stuff and so on. I really want to have it as well for my coaster here. Yeah, and now this, as I've achieved to put down the second coaster, I started to just rebuild the whole station. The first thing was, as many people also in the Facebook group and on other places here mentioned, that there is literally too much wood in the whole model. I thought maybe I'm going to put in some of these stone brick elements, which worked out really well, and I was really satisfied with the yeah, with the style, which is um, really a style between the wood parts and here the stone part, which really works together quite well, because in the color schemes are kind of the same and so on. So yeah, this is all working pretty well, but the final result you will see in the last episode, the seventh one. I hope you still enjoy the series. Obviously, Space Mountain is now going to an end. The next one will be Big Ben Timelapse, and after this one, and I hope you are as excited as I am, then there will be the Star Destroyer Timelapse, which is kind of cool stuff, but it's a lot of work to do for me to cut down all the videos. So have a nice day, enjoy the sun,